Here we go. The home straight, the wild card question that no one has seen other than I. The question is, what video games would you recommend that are best for someone who has never played a video game before but wants to get stuck in? This is a very selfish question because I'm trying to get my mum to play Metal Gear Solid 5. But with the controllers, it's the controller. It's exactly like learning to drive. So you can't. So it's like I'm asking her to drive from here to Poland on the first time she's ever sat in a car. Whereas you need to drive around a cul-de-sac in a nice, no pressure scenario. So what games do you recommend for someone to cut their teeth with? And I'll start with Caroline.
Oh, okay. Well, so because when you said what game would you recommend, I was like, oh, maybe something like Her Story that's not really a game and stuff. And then I was like, well, no, for what you're searching for, Matt, you're looking for something that's going to get somebody to use a controller. So the first of all, and also I often think like, a lot of people recommend Her Story to people who haven't gamed before. Have any of you guys played Her Story?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Right.
But I
So
should.
for those, Jem knows what I'm talking about. For those of you who haven't, it's nothing like any game you've ever played before, and you shouldn't spoiler it for people, and you should play it because it's amazing. But actually, it's a rubbish game for getting people into gaming because it's nothing like any game you've ever played before. So what my answer to you, Matt, would be, believe it or not, I'm going to say Overcooked. Right.
I was going to say Overcooked.
Aha, you have to think in your answer. But I do think that Overcooked is such an accessible game. I think during the pandemic, a lot of people have played it with a lot of people. It's probably the only cooperative game that me, my brother, and my partner managed to all play without killing each other. I'm not saying there's never been an Overcooked argument for that, but the controller setup is very intuitive and very accessible, I think. And it's one of those things that gets people used to holding a controller, using a controller to move around and to operate things. And it's just a huge amount of fun. So, Overcooked.
Intriguing. I'll pass that on. Jen, what would be your recommendation that isn't Overcooked?
Well, I was thinking Overcooked. No, no, I absolutely agree with Caroline. I think Overcooked is really good. My daughter suddenly decided that she was going to stop playing Just Dance the other day, and she was like, I want to play, and we were like, what do you want to play? And she was like, I want to play Disney Infinity. And we haven't played Disney Infinity for ages. I mean, the Xbox is there, it's all plugged in, but it wasn't plugged into the TV because we had run out of slots for it. So basically we had to plug it all in and make it all work and find all the pieces. But Disney Infinity is a great game because it's Disney. So it's characters that you know and love, and there's fighting games and there's exploring games, and there's a sort of toy box which is like a sandbox world, so you can build stuff. So it's it's aimed at younger people, so it's very intuitive, very easy, very hand-holdy way of getting to use it. But in the end, you can end up doing the sort of button mashing that you might need in more complicated games. But it's, unfortunately, I think it's not even being supported anymore because I think Disney decided that they wouldn't do it. But I'm sure you can still get hold of it. But it is, I mean, we have it on the Xbox. I'm sure you can get it on the PlayStation. You don't have to hate it, Matt. I think it's available on multiple platforms. We just happened to have it on the Xbox. But also the little figures that come with it, because you place figures in to decide what you're going to play, are awesome. They are so nicely designed. They're like collectibles in their own right. And my daughter got them out the other day, and she had loads, and I'd forgotten how many we had and how many she liked them. And she got them all out. She laid them all out. So she was playing it when she was 8, and she picked it up again the other day. She's 13. So it's clearly a timeless game, and it was really fun to watch.
Talking about Xbox, I was thinking of doing an April Fool where I said I thought that the PS5 is actually quite underrated. So I sold it and bought an Xbox One instead. But I couldn't even bring myself to say the words.
Carry it off.
The main games that I got playing were puzzle games like The Witness and Talos Principle. Talos something.
It's Talos Principle.
Talos Principle, I think it is.
Now I'm doubting myself. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, me too. Someone in the chat will correct us when it eventually goes live. And The Witness, I'm really proud of. We've got to the top of this flower tower, and I solved it, but now I can't remember how I solved it. So that's as close as I've been able to. That's as close as I've been able to come. Alex, what do you think my mum should do?
Well, my suggestion would be, since you have the massive good fortune to own a PS5, Astrobot.
Really?
Because the gameplay around that is basically to show off the controller. It's all about utilising the features of the PS5 controller, and it goes through those step by step, I should imagine. So it would be a good one to do, and it's cute and fun, and all about PlayStation, so you'd love it. And it's already pre-installed on the PS5 already, anyway, so you have no excuse. But yes, because I desperately would love to play it, but cannot.
I was thinking about something like Abzu. I was wondering, is Abzu? Do you find that simple?
That's been released on the Play at Home thing today, I think. So you can get that for free. Yes, it is very simple. You've just got the controls to move up and down, and then to boost, swim in, and then to roll. And literally that's it. There's a roll button and a boost button and the direction stick.
The one that I played that was by the same people who made Absu.
That's right. Journey's the one that you played. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, loved
that. Yeah, very, very good.
And very fun. It had a good feel for like actual game action, like you were going fast and moving around, but again, simple controls. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've written these down. I've made a list, and then hopefully I'll get my mum playing Metal Gear Solid before the year is out.
But hopefully she'll do a review of all of the games for us.
Yeah, can we get you on streaming? That would be
yeah.
I'd love to see that.
Oh, I hope she will. I have high hopes. Well, I think that's everything. I think this episode of Game